The year was 1994, and boy, was it a good year. Bill Clinton was president. Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president. And Marion Barry, D.C.'s mayor for life, was re-elected as mayor for a second term. Musically, R. Kelly launched his solo career. Also new to the game that year, R&B great and Maryland native Toni Braxton. Of course, who can forget about the princess of hip-hop, Aaliyah, and the notorious B.I.G. Mary J. Blige's classic, My Life, well, that CD dropped, and Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice was a top 10 hit single on Billboard's Hot 100. 1994 was also a big year for the go-go scene. Junkyard Band released Loose Booty. Northeast Groovers released their go-go smash Booty Call. And WPGC's own DJ Flexx released the club and party hit The Water Dance, putting DC's homegrown call and response style on wax. The Water Dance eventually changed Flexx's life forever. It gave him a taste of fame outside of the Washington metropolitan area. He gained instant popularity in Philly, Virginia, North Carolina, aka North Kakalaki, and Atlanta, and still gets airplay all over the world. 1994 also presented another opportunity for DJ Flexx. You see, Flexx was offered a position at WPGC's AM signal Flavor 1580, where hip-hop lives. This small station is where Flexx honed his skills as a mix show jock and launched his career as a radio personality, hosting Flavor's Afternoon Drive. He was quickly hired by sister station WPGC 95.5, the number one station in the market, and so it began. Flexx started on Saturday nights at PGC, moved to weekends, and became the sixth man on the bench, filling in for every shift he could. His hunger and dedication paid off big time. Flexx became a mixer for the Donnie Simpson Show, serving up his signature Good Morning Mix every Friday at 7 a.m. From there, Flexx succeeded Big Tigger, taking over nights full-time, then moving to the coveted afternoon drive spot in his very own hometown. From there, he reached out to area schools, spoke to a number of community activists, and continued to help keep DC's go-go scene on the map.
I could not imagine my life without go-go. It just wouldn't make sense. It just wouldn't make sense. I mean, it's the most incredible sound ever. I like the crank though. I like the pocket, man. I'm a Congo fiend, man. So, and when it get in your blood, man, it just do something to you. I'm gonna tell you, the first time I ever heard Lil Benny, ever, I said, man, I wanna have a voice like his, and I tried to emulate Benny for the longest time. And then when I finally met Benny, he like 2 feet tall. I'm like, yo, how's this little dude got this huge voice and that energy and that passion? And man, it just love it, and everybody embraced me, man. Chuck, R.E., Backyard, everybody, man. Junkyard, Northeast, everybody, man. We got some love, and then I came out with that water dance. And oh boy, and the only reason why I made the water dance is because I was DJing at clubs and Bammers was playing all the records because they was hating. So I had to make my own records. So I brought in 2 big samplers, and we used to play these big stupid samplers, but it rocked. And then that's how I made up the water dance, and I turned it to a record. And thank God for that record, because it got me to see some things I would have never seen before. Man, thank God for Go-Go.
Of course, he did all of that with his show, The Home Team, always repping the hood like it's all good. Throughout his career, DJ Flexx has traveled from New York City to Canada to Mexico, Alaska, and parts in between, rocking parties and providing fans with a taste of the nation's capital. He recorded singles and remixes with Rare Essence and the Backyard Band, Groove Theory, Salt and Pepper, and Funkmaster Flexx. Most noted, Flexx co-produced and performed on All Skeet Skeet from Little John's Crunk Juice album, selling 2.5 million copies worldwide. He also co-wrote the music score for the HBO documentary Thug Life, Lockdown in D.C., which received an Emmy Award. Flexx also owns Ballhead Productions, a music production company whose impressive clientele includes Coca-Cola, HBO, Microsoft, and BET. Ballhead Productions birthed the CDs, Welcome to the DJ Flexx Show, Can We Do It Again, Go-Go 95, Last Call, and ThatGoGo.com, which featured the hits Ride Out, the Southeast Anthem, and of course, The Water Dance. This year, Flexx produced his latest release, Polo and Chuck, combining the classic sound of go-go with the aggression of the bounce beat, commemorating the founding fathers, Chuck Brown and Polo, and today's pioneers. So what would make a kid from the DMV think he could launch a career that would take him all over the world and achieve such success?
City Hoyer. When I was younger and we lived at District Heights, and we would come up Mason Street, we used to see Stiddy Hoyer's house. He lived in District Heights. And then after a while, Stiddy Hoyer ain't live in District Heights no more. He blew up. You know, that man's like the super political, he the whip. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the man to be called the whip. And I said, man, if Stiddy Hoyer could get up out of District Heights, so can I. Much love to everybody in District Heights, but I just wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? I want to take it to the next level, man. If Stiddy Hoyer could do it, he showed me I could do it. Yeah. What's up, Stiddy Hoyer?
Hi, Flexx. This is Congressman Steny Hoyer, and I'd like to join in congratulating you on 20 years on the air at WPGC. You know, your story is a truly inspiring one, and I was moved to learn that I was a role model for you when you were starting your career. I've listened to WPGC since I was at Suitland High School, and I even went on the station on Sundays with my friend Jack Baylor, who hosted a radio show at that time. Now, of course, that was back in the late 50s. And I remember that back in those days, WPGC was the only station in the area that played Motown. And boy, did we love it. As the man behind the Water Dance and one of our region's most popular DJs, you've made an important mark on the music industry and our popular culture. Flexx, I'm proud that we are from the same neighborhood, District Heights. And of course, we're both proud graduates of Suitland High School. I'm glad that you've never forgotten your roots in District Heights, and I thank you for all you have done to give back to the community. Congratulations, Flexx, on 20 years at WPGC, and I look forward to hearing you on the air for many, many years to come. Have a good evening. Good night.
One thing's for sure, you can guarantee that no matter how high DJ Flexx gets, he'll always look up to the community that has embraced and supported him over the years. As an alumni of Suitland High School, Flexx volunteers his time and talents, speaking, hosting, even DJing in the DMV area on a regular basis. He also mentors young adults interested in the radio and music industries and teen males on their journey to becoming productive, responsible young men.
I always feel that you better give back. You know what I'm saying? You live here. And this community is what puts food on the table. You better give back. I know better. My mom and my papa always, especially my father, he really was a giver. He gave back and did all kinds of charity stuff I didn't even know about till he passed. I was like, wow, he was doing that? He gave back a lot. And so I always believe in that, and I love to pour into young children's lives. I think about some of the people that I grew up with, how they poured into my life, and how I would not be the person that I am today if they hadn't took the time out to just talk to me and just be there for me. And you know, and so that's why I try to do that too, especially young men, like middle school dudes. Them is the ones I go after the most, because them the ones you can influence the most. And the craziest thing is when a dude came up to me and told me that I spoke at his middle school graduation. I'm talking about this dude out of college for like 5 years or something like that. And he told me how my speech at his middle school graduation motivated him. Man, that's what I'm talking about. All we got to do is save one.
These days, Flexx's distinctive voice and signature Flexisms can be heard on your radio weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. And Flexx continues to carry on the traditions of the community through go-go music and his genuine love for the DMV. If one had to summarize the first 20 years of Flexx's career, we'd have to reflect upon the words of Chuck Brown by saying, whatever you do, big or small, do it well or don't do it at all. And it's clear that DJ Flexx has done just that, as the Godfather instructed his godson to do. Congratulations, DJ Flexx, on 20 years in the game.